going on, YouTube? Is Donnie B all day. So listen, I'm starting a new project. This is going to be a big one. So you're going to see from beginning to end what it looks like. Obviously, you see the Mini over there. There's normally a big green Jeep over here. Then you see the Dart right there. That thing I'm probably going to sell pretty soon. And there's the Harley. And right there is the 71. And this is my new one right here. This is my new one. It's Jeep Cherokee. It's a 99 XJ. Greatest, top 10 greatest vehicles of all time. I already ripped off all the side molding right here. I'm in the process of taking off the fender flares right here. This thing came pretty much rust-free. Rockers were already done on it. It had a couple of very, very minor spots. So I just sanded it down a little bit, did a little Rust-Oleum. But this is what we're looking at. This is what we're looking at. This is going to be my D-Bad truck right here, all the way. So obviously the side molding's already off. I'm going to do a truck bed liner paint job. So I'm going to do that myself. I'm going to blacken out the wheels. I'll do all that myself. I'm going to throw on some new bumpers, possibly a roof rack, few other things that are going on. I think I might do a 3-inch lift. But you can see, man, I picked this beast up right here, running, driving, 4-wheel drive, works, all the good stuff. I just picked it up for $1,100. $1,100. And starting to do the work now, taking off all the stuff. Once I get all the body stripped, I can start to add paint. And I'm sending it out to a motor guy, and I'm going to have him just rework everything on the inside, and that way I don't have to deal with anything like that. I want this thing to be as close to brand new as possible, running wise, and then exterior wise, I want it better than brand new. I want it to be just awesome. So this is what I'm looking at. This is the project. I'm going to press pause. I'm going to continue to strip off this molding, and then I will show you during the next process. All right. Okay, so this is what I've been working on. I took off all the body molding, right? I think I might have had that done the last time I said. But I've been peeling this stuff off. You can see that's all coming away, so that'll be nice and smooth. I got off the front fender flares. I got off the rear front fender flares. And in the rear, on the fender flare, I had a rust hole right there underneath the flare. And you got to remember, when you have things on your vehicle that can collect dirt and stuff, you're going to get some rust. And I had a hole right there. So what I did is I used some spray foam installation, and I filled the holes with the spray foam installation. Eventually it's going to get patched with steel, but I need just a cover up real quick. So what I'm going to do is, once that cures, I'm going to cut off all this foam that's sticking out, sand it down to match that, and go over with some Rust-Oleum, some black Rust-Oleum. And that way, at least until I patch it, I don't have a big hole sitting there collecting more mud or rust. So that's a good way for a temporary fix to keep everything from rusting farther or collecting more crap. I definitely don't want anything else getting in there. So I don't know, man. It's coming. These aluminum wheels will eventually be black, and I'll throw some different tires on there. But I like having the fender flares off. Thinking about either cutting up above the holes right to there and just leaving it plain like that. Thinking about doing that. Not too sure. We will go as we go. So we're getting one step closer. Now I just have to bring it to I'm going to bring it to a garage. I'm not doing the motor work myself. The motor runs, drives, all that's fine. It does have some leaking, but I want this thing to run like it's new, so I'm going to throw some money at somebody and say, just go through the whole thing. Just the whole damn thing. Man, I want peanut butter and tacos. That's what I want out of this thing. I want smooth and delicious. All right, so stay tuned. A quick update on my temporary patch job. No big hole anymore. You can see, obviously, it's not perfect. I gave it a semi-sand, and I just threw some Rust-Oleum on there, and that's it. So that big rusted hole that was there is now filled in, and what's going to happen is eventually I'm going to weld a piece on there, a nice patch, and that's going to be good. For now, I don't have to worry about mud and dirt and everything mucking up the inside of here and causing even more rust and more damage and bigger patch. So that actually worked out really well. What I did also is I just threw some Rust-Oleum on the back bumper, made it a little bit better. So this side, you can see it was working same, but it wasn't 100% dried in the center, so a little piece came out. So I'll just wait for that little piece to cure, cut it off, sand it down, add some black, and that'll be good to go for a temporary fix as well. It's coming. Little update time. It looks splotchy because it's wet, and I just put a little second coat, but it will dry looking like this. So basically I was going to use truck bed liner, right? And I opted away from truck bed liner because it wasn't giving me the texture that I wanted. It wasn't thick like this. I wanted a really thick, bumpy texture. So what I did is I grabbed this stuff. It's a spray paint, but it's spray gravel. You're basically spraying what turns out to look like gravel. It looks like stone. You can do all kinds of projects with it and get, you know, your stuff looking like it's made of rock. And that's what I wanted. But when you spray the gravel, it comes out, especially, you know, I got the black, and the black comes out, but it comes out black with some white specks in it. So after I sprayed it with the gravel, I sprayed it afterward with some Rust-Oleum gloss black enamel. And this is what I am getting. Some pretty cool stuff. Another thing you'll notice right here, it used to come down about this far, and there was holes to hold in the wheel well and whatnot. I took a cutoff tool and I just went around and cut it off. And so now my wheel well is raised up. It's a little bit higher. I'll show you the other side. It's raised up higher, so it's going to have more natural clearance, but it looks so much better. So without that stuff on there, the tires stick out just a little bit more, you know what I mean? It gives it more of an aggressive feel. And I'll show you compared to that. This one's not sprayed yet, but you can see that. That's what it looked like. What a huge difference, right? I took out from here, obviously, all the way to up here, right above to the top of those holes, and I just eyeballed it. I didn't measure anything. I didn't tape anything. I just eyeballed everything. And speaking of eyeballing and not taping, I did get a little black on this. I'll have to take that off. But literally, that's pretty much it. My lights, I didn't paint. I left them in there. I didn't tape them. I didn't cover them. The only thing I covered was the windshield. And man, I'll tell you what. You know, when you get a truck and it's got a couple like dents and whatnot, like right here, I have a dent in the hood. And with the light right here with the phone, I think it's easy to pick up, or it's easier to pick up. But looking at it with just the natural eye, because of this texturing, you can barely see it. And it was fairly prominent. So this is looking good. I'll show you the other pieces. All right, so here goes my my headlight surrounds, right? That looks pretty good right there. And if we come over here, there's the grill. And that's looking pretty good right there. Guys, I used like spray gravel and then Rust-Oleum spray enamel, and I'm getting this look, this effect. That is crazy cool. At Home Depot, the spray enamel, the Rust-Oleum, was only, I think, $5 and change for a bottle. And so far, I think I've used 1 bottle on everything of the spray enamel. I've gone through 2 bottles of the spray gravel so far. And that stuff's cheap too. I can't remember what it was, but I think I picked up a 6-pack for like $50 or something like that. And I mean, look at it. Look at it. It's awesome. The stuff hardens really well, and it pretty much adheres to anything. And then that spray enamel is a 15-minute dry, so I should have a nice, fully dried few pieces, or front clip at least, really soon. It's raining out, and I'm getting a few days of rain, so because I don't have a full something to put my truck under, I only got the front end in. Hold on, I'll show you. So my Harley is in here, and then her scooter and the back seat to her Bug and some bikes and a whole bunch of trash and whatnot. So literally I have enough room to get that thing in here if I just moved everything out. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to put my bike in the rain. I covered it for overspray so I don't paint on it. But you can see that this much of my truck is outside. So basically, I'm just going to paint the front end first. Then if it's still raining when that's all dried, I will back it in and paint the back end. And I still have to cut around the rest of the wheel wells and whatnot. And I'm doing some body work on those holes that I haven't done that yet. So I have a couple things to do before I can hit the rear bottom quarters. I might paint the whole thing. If I don't get this stuff done in time, I'll probably paint all the way to here first and maybe cut off the rest of the wheel wells. And because it's so easy to paint it, you can do it anytime you want. I could paint everything, do some body work, and then repaint just a small section, and it'll still look good. So that's it. That's what I'm looking at so far, man. This thing's going to come alive. I ordered a bunch of parts. It's coming in. We're getting new bumpers on this thing and a whole bunch of other stuff. And it's going to look cool. But that front clip, guys, telling you, it's that easy. It's that easy. You go from this, all right, the old scratched up Jeep, all right, to this, to that. Man, and it was nothing. It took nothing. I was out here for maybe 20 minutes and painting it up. And so next I have to paint this area right here. I have to finish this fender right here. Then I'll start working down depending on the weather. If not, I'll hit the back and work this way. So it's cool. Just wanted to give a quick update on the paint. Pretty badass. I am digging it. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. Update. I'm going to show you one side to the next. Actually, I'm going to start on this side. And you can see it's all dusty. It's a little dirty now, but that's all right. You can see where I'm going with this thing. You see that stormtrooper there. So you remember these. You don't remember that because the paint was just done. But you remember those, right? And you remember what that looked like. Now that it's painted, it's looking mighty. So that's what I want you to see right there. Right there. Now check this out on the other side. What a difference, right? Just lopping off those wheel wells is a huge difference. This is dust. That's what that is. That's why it looks all weird. But look at this. Look at this, guys. This is all done in the driveway. Done right where it's sitting, as a matter of fact. That's where I painted it. That's pretty good right there. That's pretty good right there. Look at all this texture. Look at all that texture. Dirty truck. Beautiful texture. And so now that's drying. I just sprayed some texture around the wheel well. Then I'll just put some more black around it. To finish it off. You can see it's less than black right now, but man, it's coming. It's coming, and it's gonna be a badass Stormtrooper truck. Yeah! Alright, gotta say, guys, I am a huge fan of the Steelies, right? Even these are aluminum, but I love this style of wheel. What I hate is, especially on a black vehicle, I don't think you should have anything but black wheels. And so you see these, you can see they're kind of cruddy too, especially in the front. So that's already cleaned. I already cleaned that wheel. Still kind of cruddy. So what I did is, I'm working on something, and I did one coat so far. But look at this. Look at this. So that's just one coat. But when you're talking about a black vehicle, you need a black wheel. So it's kind of hard to see it because of the light or lack thereof. Well, you guys get the gist of it. Holy mackerel, does that look better immediately. So now I'm going to do the rest of these. And what I did is, instead of taking the wheels off, I don't know if you could see inside these little holes, but you see all the plastic bags? I just shoved plastic bags in there. Since there's no big slots, it's just those little holes are the only thing exposed. I figured I could easily get away with shoving some plastic back there and just painting. Now what I'm doing, because these are aluminum and I want the paint to stick and I don't want to have to score these things, is I'm doing a coat of black Plasti Dip. I've painted a couple cars like that. My Corvette is all that. And on top of the Plasti Dip, to match the shine of the car, I'm going to use this high enamel from Rust-Oleum, which is the top coat of my Jeep. So it will match. Look at the difference. So much better. Let me get the rest of them. Well, if that's not better, I don't know what is. Yep. Those wheels are looking mighty nice. Mighty nice. Look at that. You seen what they were. Just a little Plasti Dip and a little Rust-Oleum gloss. And you go from crappy stained aluminum wheels to beautiful gloss black on the black truck. Man, I know it's hard to tell this side, but holy mackerel. What a huge difference. Huge difference. I even got some runs, and I know one of them got some runs, but I don't care. It's black. It looks good. Man, all that's left as far as the body is take care of this rust spot right here. Got to weld on a new piece, and then I got one on each side of this rust spot right here. Weld on a new piece there, then finish the body, and that'll be it for that. Then my new bumpers will come in. You'll be seeing those go on. And once the bumpers are on, and I have this bag going up on the roof, and then a trailer hitch rack that's going on this thing. I'm telling you, man, my Stormtrooper's on the way. It's on the way of being cool, y'all. It's on the way of being cool. Right now, that's pretty tough looking. That's pretty tough looking. All right, let's keep going. All right, so here we are with Dan the man and the boy, and we're starting to get the rust repair done. Now, as you can see, he already cut out a piece because this is his realm, and this is where we were right here. This was the piece that he cut out. That's getting replaced, and then we have the piece back here that I showed you all already, and the one on the other side. So all that's getting done. Holy shit, there's a Stormtrooper in my truck. So all that's getting done, and then I'm going to repaint those areas, and it's all going to be so good. So good. What's up, big man? Where are you going? All right, so we have the bracket is on there, right, or the new piece of steel. So now we're just going to do a little sanding, make it all smooth and pretty before I have to repaint. So now it's time to do a little sanding and then hit the rear. Slow ride. Take it easy. It's a whole new panel, inside and out. Ooh, looks like brand new. Can't wait to paint it. All right, little update, boys and girls. As you can see, I got the light on right there. There's a couple of stormtroopers sitting inside, but I got the light up on my truck. I put some different brackets that came with it on there. I like those a whole lot better. Paint looks great. The wheels still look great, but look at this. I changed out the bumpers, and I now got some EAG bumpers right there. You got a nice short stinger on it. We had some tow hooks. That looks pretty good right there. Let's take a little walk around the back and see what surprises I got. We got a folding rack, and the folding rack goes into another EAG bumper right there. And let's take a look from the other side. Now, the thing I like about this bumper is it came with the hitch mount is in it, so I really like that. So next comes my let's see, my safari rack will be coming in. So I'll have the rear rack and the safari rack, so I will have plenty of racket space. My lift kit is coming in, and I ordered 33s. Oh yeah, and there's a another stormtrooper looking at you. Kind of goes with that one right there on both sides. But well, yeah, I wanted to show you guys something. All right, so hold on a second. Look at that. Holy macaroni! Man, that thing is bright. Hold on. All right, so you see what I see, right? Not much of anything. Check this out. Bam! Oh my God! What is it? What is it? Oh, it's dark. You can barely see anything. Bam! It's daytime. Oh my gosh! That one light lights up everything. I will be able to see everything in the woods, on the trails at night, through the snow, through the rain, just everything. So far, the air freshener, yeah, it's a stormtrooper. All right, so that's where I'm at right now. Next thing will be safari rack, lift, tires, and that might just be about. Oh wait, no, that's right. I totally forgot. You see the marker lights and the headlights and the rear lights. All of those are going to be new, so I'm doing the white markers and turn signals, so those will be white to match that light. The headlight will be the white LEDs to match that light, and the rear light will be the white housing as well, so it'll be the all clear housing. So I will have all new lights going around the entire thing, and then once I get the safari rack on and everything else, I will take two more of those lights, two small ones, and put them in, hardwire them to my reverse lights, so when I back up I will have bright as day backup. So that's where I'm at so far. So far, man, my XJ is coming along and I freaking love it. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, y'all, well, it wouldn't be mine if it didn't say D-Bad on it. So, alright, the Jeep is now D-Badded up. So, you know, it's gotta be on there, as corny as it is. Alright, let's go to the next. Alright, let's do a little something I didn't think about doing before. Let's measure. Let's measure ground clearances. Alright, so let's see here. we have the bottom of the rocker, I don't even have you guys in, is like 15 inches. So I got 15 inches off the ground. Let's see. You guys can see this a little better than me here. About 15, somewhere in there. I don't know, I can't see it. So let's go to the front wheel well. Ground clearance there is 33 inches. Alright, so we see that. It's myself right here. The rear wheel well is 32 inches. Alright, so now when we put on the lift kit and the tires, we'll be able to figure out where all that changes to. One more we'll do, one more. We'll go to the center of the hubs. We'll see how much actual clearance we're getting in the center. So we are looking at, I can't really see that through here, but it looks like about 13 inches, 13 and a quarter, somewhere in there. So once I put on the tires, we will see where all these clearances rise to, and get that all situated. I put on the window flares again. What happened when I put them on the first time, I put them on a little too high. Right, I put them on like up here. So now I lowered it down to this rubber here. For some reason I thought it was supposed to go on the actual metal, and it doesn't. I'm a so I put them in the right place now. So all four are on there, and it's looking mighty. So imagine this look up off the ground with some mudders and safari rack and some better lighting. That's on the way, guys. It's on the way to looking pretty damn fantastic. All right, boys and girls. So I got my Stormtrooper Jeep window decals, right? So those are on there. Actually, it looks kind of cool, especially when you're looking at the Stormtroopers, you know, sitting in the seat, and then you got the big Stormtrooper there. And I know you just saw a little flash right there, but check these guys out. What a difference in size right there. What a difference in size. You can see that tire behind it. Man, of course it's getting the lift, obviously, because running those on there without a lift would make a mess out of those tires. But you can see what's about to happen here. Once that lift goes on, holy mackerel, those are sweet. They're Dick Sepex Extreme Countries. Beautiful mudders. And I think I'm going to do the white lettering outside. And it's going to look great. Going to look great. Look at these tires, man. Look at these tires. Those are some serious freaking tires. They got the DCs all the way around. They should have the DBs. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's keep going with this build. All right, a little something. Just a little something. I decided to hand paint the Jeep in the front white. You know, and I was thinking, you know, what colors. But obviously, with all the Stormtrooper stuff, it's got to be white. And it had the chrome Stormtroopers on it. And I don't really care too much for chrome. So I hand painted those white too. So I think it actually looks a ton better. It really stands out, and it just looks better having it painted by hand. So I have the Cherokee Sport still in black. That one obviously is white. Ooh, almost missed you. And I have the D-Bad and the 4x4. But there's a Jeep right there. So I really don't need to whiten that and whiten the D-Bad. So basically, All I wanted is a couple of small touches. And I think the Stormtrooper heads by themselves look really, really cool, painted white. And then, you know, that just really stands out right there. You know, when you're talking about that black background and having that white Jeep come at you, that's pretty good, man. It's just the small things sometimes make a little project big. So let's keep going. All right, quick update time. Besides putting on a little Randall's Adventure Training and a little Essie Randall's Adventure Training, I'll be all day gone done put up the roof rack. So now I got the roof rack, I got the tires in waiting, and this thing is one hell of a budget build right now, with everything, including the lift kit that's not on there yet. I'm just under $4,300, and that's including the price of the Jeep. When most people do an XJ budget build where they try to come around $5,000, it's with an existing Jeep. No. This one, the cost of the Jeep included in my budget build, and so far I am still under $5,000. And look at the package that I have so far, and I'm already under that $5,000. The tires and the lift kit are included in the price, so it's not even just what you see here for $5,000. Right, under $5,000. I still have another $700 to go before I make that mark. Look at that, a budget build. Guys, if you are looking for one of the top 10 greatest vehicles of all time, you want the best SUV ever made, the first, you know, unibody crossover, you get yourself a Jeep XJ. You find them dirt cheap. You get one and you just start finding the best deals you can on certain things, and eventually you end up with something similar to this. Look at the body on that. The body is abso-freaking-lutely solid. The bumpers look great. The wheels look great. The rear rack, the top rack, the light bar, everything going into this thing. The big jumbo tires over there. Man, look at this thing. So far under $5,000. Budget build mania right here. I am so damn happy. We're going to keep on going. All right, boys and girls. So I came to my boys over here at Country Auto in Hamden, Mass. And I had them do the lift kit, and he did some motor tuning and changed a couple things. Look at this lift. That's a 4.5 rough country. I was gonna go with the Add-A-Leaf, but then I decided, you know what, guys, just do the full leaf. And look at that stance. Look at that stance. The Dixie Peck tires on there look phenomenal. This thing is so high up off the ground. Yeah, like I stepped out of it forgetting, you know what I mean, thinking that it's as it was, like I'm just gonna step out. And I didn't just step out, I stepped off. I dropped. Look at this thing. Oh, this is a budget build and a half. I've seen a lot of budget builds, and not all budget builds look that great. And because, you know, they're limited. You can only put so much on it. Nope, not this one. Not this budget build. This thing is done up. Look at that. Look at that. RJ at Country Auto in Hamden, Massachusetts. He did me right. Holy moly, look at my truck. So I'm gonna do a video of it taking it maybe down some dirt roads and whatnot, and hitting some trails, whatever I can find. We got plenty here in New England, but look at this. Look at this. That's my budget build. Holy moly. All right, boys and girls, my Jeep is finally final. So that's it. That's it. I think I'm gonna leave it here the rest of the day because he wants to adjust the brakes, and then I'll just come get it. But that's my awesome XJ budget build. We're talking about, with price of the Jeep, we're looking at about a $5,000 Jeep. That means bumpers, light bar, roof rack, the rack in the rear, the lift kit, the tires, everything. I painted it myself, so I saved some money there. But holy mackerel. Oh, and it's not even done yet. You know what? This isn't even the end of the video because I forgot. I got new lights for it. Tail lights, headlights, marker lights, and I already put the rear one in. So you see those right there. But you see that? The white ones, the clear, that's what's going all the way around. So I'll tell you what, stick with me for another minute, just another minute, because I'm going to press pause, and by the time I press play again, it's going to be to show you my new lights. Hold on. All right, so I decided to tackle some lights today. This is the stock light that comes on the Jeep. Nothing fancy, nothing to write home about. But this is the one I just put on, and that is sweet. It's gonna look better when I have the door down and it's all buttoned up, but look at the difference in those two lights. Pretty nice. All right, they are both on, and I have to say that those look pretty sweet. Pretty sweet indeed. Yeah. All right, so now the rear ones are done. That is pretty nice, pretty nice. Let's fold this guy back up. Put the pin in there, and then we'll take a look. Oh, all right, they are done. They are done. The gate is up. They look good. Rear of the Jeep is finished. So now, the reason I paused on doing these is because I think I told you I ran out of amber bulbs. Or not ran out of, I just don't have any. So I have to try and find some. And they're really hard to find, the blinker bulbs on this truck in amber. So I got to get some behind here, some behind here, and I have the new LED headlights that are going in, and those will be the last touches outside of. Oh wait, I have to do the underneath the steering stabilizer, and then I'll throw the Rough Country label up top up there, and that's it. That's it, man. This thing's awesome, guys. Alright, so the only thing I didn't do is the headlights, and the reason is because when I was about to take one off, I was looking at the new headlight and it didn't have all these little tabs up here. Well, you can't see it now, but there's these tabs where they screw in, and I believe that's connected to this body, and this body might just be a sleeve that fits over, and I think it is, but I didn't want to mess with it in Walmart parking lot, so I'll wait till I do that one later. But you get the gist of it. That's pretty much it. The lights look so much better now, all the way around. And I'll tell you what, I made myself one beast of a truck here. I mean, it's up in the sky. It is up in the sky. Look at this thing, man. This is one sick Jeep. It is sick. Gonna get run over here in the Walmart parking lot, but I mean, tell me, man. Woo, guys, it's a beast. All right, so really, that's my build. Next thing I have to do is just take it somewhere and let those tires play. But until then, man, that's cool. Oh yeah, lifted and gifted. All right, guys, that's it for this one. I'm Donnie B all day. Until next video.